Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you work, no matter how hard you try, you're still falling behind? Well, if so, let me invite you to consider you're not crazy and you're not lazy. The truth is, the system, the financial game, it's rigged. It's been intentionally designed to make the rich richer and to quietly, slowly, over time, steal from everyone else. In today's video, I'm going to break this down, exactly how the system is set up and exactly how it works, and how you can turn the very same system, the game of money, that's working against most people into the very thing that makes you wealthy. Now, this is something I'm very passionate about, and my name is Ryan D. Lee. I'm the founder of the Wealth Outside of Wall Street YouTube channel. On this channel, we help you raise your financial IQ, help you gain control over your money, and break free from outdated financial systems. We help you build real wealth that lasts using the economic rules, the rules that govern money today, to your advantage. So if you're ready to escape the system and take control of your money, then my friends, you're in the right place. Now, let's expose the lie that we were sold. First and foremost, you and I and everyone else was told that the rules, the pathway to success is simple. Go to school, get good grades, get a safe job, save money, buy a house, max out your 401k, and if you follow these rules well, one day at age 65, you might have enough money to retire. And if you follow this formula, you're supposed to live the good life at some point down the road. But here's what most people find on this path at some point. Wages that barely keep up with the cost of living. Savings that get eaten alive by inflation. They find themselves in a retirement account that feels like a gamble, where they see their accounts going up and they see their accounts going down, but they don't really know why they're going up or why they're going down, and so they find themselves just along for the ride. And finally, they end up with debt that never seems to shrink. This isn't a bug in the system. This is how the system was actually designed. So let me share with you how this works. Inflation is when the value of your money goes down over time. Things cost more money. It takes more dollars to buy the same goods and services. If you make $100,000 10 years ago and you're still making about $100,000 today, you've lost purchasing power. The way I like to think about inflation is think back to the time when you used to drink Kool-Aid. I remember for me, when I was growing up, my mom would buy us 1 or 2 packets of Kool-Aid, and those packets had to last the entire month. Now, if we had a lot of friends come over and we wanted to have more Kool-Aid, but we still had the 1 packet, we would just add more water to the mix, creating more Kool-Aid, but lowering the potency of every drink that we had. And if you added too much water, you just had colored water rather than Kool-Aid. This is what inflation is like today. The money supply, the amount of money circulating the economy for the same goods and services, has gone up on average by almost 8% per year for the last 25 years. That means the real rate of inflation isn't what they tell you, the 2%, it's closer to 8%. This is the new money printed chasing the same goods and services. This is why today it takes more money to buy the same things. And while the government tells you that inflation is just 2% per year, the prices of things that you actually need, housing, food, healthcare, they've exploded. Now, you might be thinking, who's going to fix this problem? I want you to consider this. No one's going to fix this problem because they like printing money. Here's the reality. When you print money, it's profitable for the government and for Wall Street. It lets them spend money without raising taxes. It lets them inflate away their debt, making their future obligations to pay back debt less potent because there's more money chasing the same debt. And it allows them to drive up asset prices, which the wealthy own. There's something in our economy called the Cantillon effect. Now, this is something they don't talk about in schools, they don't talk about on YouTube, because most people don't see it happening. This is how the government has structured the economy to where the wealthy get wealthy, the rich get richer, and the poor get poorer. This is a wealth transfer, and it's not random. It follows a pattern. When new money is printed, it doesn't go to you or me first. It goes, number one, first and foremost, to the government. Then it goes to big banks, and then it goes to Wall Street. They get to spend that money before prices rise, buying up assets at yesterday's prices. By the time that money reaches you, prices have already jumped, and your dollars buy less. And that's how inflation quietly shifts your wealth from the bottom all the way to the top. So if you're working for dollars and saving in the bank, you're playing defense in a game where the rules are tilted massively against you. Cash is trash. They've shifted the system where the only way to play and win the game today is to take that cash and to convert it into a real asset. Now, the banks, Wall Street, and the government, they get money first, but the second you have an opportunity to use the bank's money to buy an asset, that's the structure for success. Now, today, most people feel like they are failing. This is why so many people feel like they're treading water or drowning financially. even if they're doing everything right. It's why homeownership feels out of reach, rents keep climbing, savings feel pointless, and retirement feels like a fantasy, not a plan today. And worst of all, most people blame themselves. They think, maybe I'm just bad with money. Maybe I didn't work hard enough. Maybe I'm just not lucky. But the reality of it is, you've been trapped. You've been played. You're in a game that you didn't design, you didn't ask for, but you have to play regardless. It's the game of money. And you were never taught how to win, nor was I. Understanding how to win requires intelligence, it requires discipline, and it requires seeking answers in what are perceived the most unlikely places. The banks aren't going to tell you how the game is played because they're winning at your expense, and the government certainly is not going to tell you how the game is played. They just keep talking about printing more money to solve problems that they already created, and every time they print more money, they add more money supply to the economy, making the value of your dollars go down at the very same time. So the people who really benefit in the system, outside of the government, outside of Wall Street, and outside of banks, are people who understand what an asset really is. They do their very best to take their fake dollars and convert those fake dollars into real assets. Here's a couple of examples. Real estate is a real asset. If you buy the right type of real estate, it's always in demand. In addition to real estate, you can use banks' money via leverage to buy that asset. Businesses are always in demand. Life insurance is an asset that grows with inflation. And anything that grows with inflation sometimes, like the stock market, is an asset that can help you build wealth in this system. But especially, a real asset is something that allows you to use leverage. When you can borrow dollars that are shrinking in value to build even more wealth over time, this is how a real asset works in this economy. I want you to consider this. If you go take a mortgage to buy a simple single-family home, an investment property, the bank literally creates money out of thin air. They don't just have 80% of the purchase price of that home sitting in their vault. No, they create money out of thin air. They hand it to you, and they allow you to take that fake money and acquire a real asset. This is why the economy is rigged. This is why the prices of everything are going up. And this is my simple invitation to you. The game of money is real, right? The cost of being in the game of money is your time. You're trading your time for dollars right now. But when you raise your financial IQ, when you understand who created the game, why they created the game, and how they're winning from the very game that they created, you can make one of two choices. You can be mad at the game. I get it. It's so easy to look from the outside in and say it's not fair because it's not. So you could be mad at the game, you could be a victim of the game. Or you could understand how the game is played and step over the line. Play the game of money using their rules, but to your advantage. The middle class, they're disappearing. They're not going to be around for much longer because they are getting printed out of existence. Inflation is destroying the middle class. And before long, there will just be the haves and the have-nots, the wealthy and everyone else. And the wealthy, they're doing something simple. They're using debt, fake money, to buy assets that generate cash flow and grow over time. Inflation literally makes them wealthy. You were told to save money, the wealthy save assets. They're taught to own assets that rise in value, and that's the difference. So it's true, the game has been rigged, but you are not powerless. Inflation, it's not the enemy. It's just the way the economy works today based on the rules of the game that the government, the banks, and the Federal Reserve have set up. It's the way things are. It's an economic force that can either destroy your wealth or it can accelerate it, depending on how you play. And in this video, we talked about the problem, but we also talked about flipping the script. One of the ways that we help people flip the script in their financial plan is setting up and using an investment system, a framework that we call the passive income machine. It's a strategy to put the economic conditions, the economic headwinds for most people in your favor, making those headwinds, inflation, taxes, leverage, and interest rates work for you rather than against you. This simple shift in where your money starts and how your money flows allows you and anyone else to become financially free in 10 years or less. The system that we live in today, the economic system, it wasn't built to serve you. It was built to trap you. This system needs players that just blindly play the game, trade time for money, work, pay their taxes, and hope for one day. And when one day doesn't work, the system needs those very same people. And when the system fails, the system needs them to vote for politicians that will print more money, that will make bold promises, and that will continue to kick the can down the road. My friends, financial freedom is obtainable, but you have to think and operate differently. I hope this video opened your eyes, and I hope you'll do something about it. Step number 1, like and subscribe to this channel. Give me a comment below. Tell me what you're seeing in your world, and let me help you with the tools, the mindsets, and the resources to achieve financial freedom in 10 years or less. Step number 2, share this video with a friend. Friends don't let friends retire broke. And step number 3, join me on the next video, and I'll see you on the other side.